Welcome everybody. Today we're going to talk about the different types of PDF summarizers that we have out there, which pretty much does our work of looking into a PDF and not having to go through it all and just getting the main points quickly and making sure that we can cite the sources from the same document. Before we talk about it, you're going to hear a couple of words like plugins, and you're going to hear about ChatGPTs and all those kind of words. So let's start from that conversation. A plugin is a tool that you are going to find when we talk about ChatGPT that pretty much connects ChatGPT with external sources like a web source or something like that. Unfortunately, plugins are going bye-bye and they are being replaced by GPTs. And you probably, if you have seen, there's another video that we have out there that explains how to create your own GPT. You can do its custom instructions that pretty much does what you want it to do, and you can edit it ad nauseum. But the point is, we're going to use an extension that Chat uses and see how it functions, and then we're going to test it against Perplexity. And if you've heard about Perplexity from some of our previous conversations, we really like Perplexity because, number one, it cites its sources without us asking it to do so, and it just has a little bit more robust and higher level discussion in conversation, and you're going to see how it goes. So let's give it a test. I have a document here that I use from our friends from Intercom. It is a 48-pager, a pretty hefty doc. It talks about customer service trends, something that I'm really interested in because I love anything that has to do with trends. But I really don't have the time to look at it and to go through every single point. It also has a lot of data that I'm really interested in, but I wanted to do some of the heavy lifting for me. I added here my prompt, and before we go in there, I want to show you how I got here. The way that you would do this is you have a couple of ways. If you don't want to use a plugin, you can just go directly here and just paste it right here and just ask it simply what you want it to do. Or if you want to do like what we're asking it is, you can explore your GPTs and then you simply ask for, you start typing what you wanted. In this case, I said I wanted a PDF summarizer, and you see how many different options come in. My suggestion is look for something that has been tested before you go solo, something that doesn't have very many. You will have to curate it yourself and test it, several times. So it's up to you. One suggestion, I did test this one, the PDF by AI. It asked me to download something. It says that it gives you capacity to handle 25 megabytes of data, but I was not happy with how it handled. And even more, my system started getting wonky after it. So it's up to you. And yes, wonky is the technical term. So I'm going to use this one, my handy dandy PDF summarizer and translator, because I really like it. And I'm going to go ahead and copy the same prompt that I have. And I copied it on purpose in the way that I write. It's nobody's secret that I am not the best typer in the world. English is not my first language. But I also wanted to show you another app that I have here. I have the extension from Grammarly. I love using Grammarly because, as you can see, if it can fix my edits, then it can do anybody. So what you do is you just click here and it just goes through your suggestions. Some of these you might want to just dismiss. I wanted to say always, and others it just adds things that make sense. So this one makes a lot of sense. And then whole sentences, it takes care of it for you, like in this case. So pretty much we have it now fixed. It looks really nice. Then we attach our file, like we said. I'm going to go right here. And we are off to the races. Before we go there, I wanted to show you why I created this prompt the way that I did. We have the W's, right? Which is who, why, what, where, and why. The first one is I always want to set the stage to tell the chatbot what what his role is. So I like to say that it's a marketing professional with specific years of experience. In this case, I want to go with 25 years of experience so that there's a level of maturity in the type of responses that it's going to give me. I have done some tests where I've given it something like, 5 years of experience, 10 years of experience, because I do want it to have a little bit of a fresher outlook or more connected with, current generations. So you can play with it a little bit, but those are my two freebies for today. I want to give it a who is it going to talk to the target audience. In this case, I am selecting a C-suite level because I want it to be a high level, high points, but going straight to why does it matter? Remember, that's the key point. If you want to have more step-by-step, excuse me, something that is just going to tell people how you should do it a little bit more granular, definitely you would not do a C-suite level. You would probably do something like managers or something like that, or supervisors. I always want to ask it, even if the chat, the chatbot or the plugin has instructions embedded, I always love to ask it for conclusions, insights, implications, deductions, next steps, all of that good stuff. And just because we know that there's some hallucination issues here, I want it to cite the sources. I make sure that it understands this is the file where it's going to take the information out of it. And I also ask that this is important to me. One thing that I didn't add here, and I'm going to add it right now, is after, please take a breath and edit your work as needed once you are done. This is going to be a lifesaver. It just allows the program pretty much to just revise its work. So let's give it a go. And as you can see, it starts looking for information that was embedded in the doc. It's nothing earth-shattering. It goes very high level, which is exactly what we wanted it to do. Now I want to do something similar, but we're going to do it in Perplexity. To test Perplexity, simply go to perplexity.ai, and this one is based off of Copilot. You're going to see the symbol right here, so you probably got through Edge, but if you just type in perplexity.ai from any of your browsers, you're going to get here. Same principle, you can simply attach it, and I'm going to do that simply because I want you guys to see something really cool. So we go ahead and we attach the file here. We attach the file here, and we're going to add the instructions here. Here on Perplexity, I attached the text right here, and I use the same prompt. Let's go. One thing that I am a huge fan of Perplexity is you will always see that it cites its sources almost obsessively. For me, that's extremely important. Another thing that I really like is you can see how much more in depth it goes into each one of the sections. I like how it organizes the information, which makes it much more digestible. And something that I'm a big fan of, obviously you can share, you can rewrite these answers, but if need be, you can copy or you can edit the query if you want to keep working off of this one. This is by far my favorite. You can keep doing something similar to chain of thought simply by clicking on here. So for example, I want to do what are the key takeaways. All I have to do is just click here and see that it still goes back to the sources. It wants to make sure that that I know that it's not making stuff up. And here it goes. It's it's explaining each one of these highlights. Very easy to use. I suggest you guys try it. However, there's a couple of others that I want to show you. Remember, the whole point that we do this is we curate a bunch of these materials and apps that are out there so that you don't have to. So let me know what you guys think.